Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little bit of a different kind of video. I'm going to take it back to a get ready with me, just a chit chat get ready with me, but it's going to be specifically on the new Charlotte Tilbury Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize, which is her holiday palette. I have never picked up a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette. They just have never called my name. I never wanted to pay the price tag for it, but holiday 2020 was very different. I was very excited to get my hands on this, and so I have not swatched it. I have not used it. We're really gonna just put this on my eyes together, and I just want to see if it's worth the hype. Honestly, I hope it's not, because I don't need to be paying these price tags for these eyeshadow palettes. I already do that with Pat McGrath, but on the other hand, I kind of do hope I love it. So if you're interested in seeing how I like Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows and just to get ready with me in general, then just keep on watching. So I'm not going to prime or anything because I already went in with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, but I am going to start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I picked this up during the last sale, which was April, and at first I wasn't sure if I really liked it, and now I am convinced that I do. I go in with a little bit and then I go in with very little foundation, because if not, it ends up looking really cakey. It's like this is a little bit of, it's not foundation, but I don't know, the consistency makes it to where it kind of is, and so I don't really, like I said, I don't go in with a lot of foundation once I go in with this. Now I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I'm going to do this step first before foundation. I do it when I've got darker under eye circles because it helps correct and conceal a little bit better than when I put it over top. And then it also looks a little cakey when I put it over top. So I've just found that if I have extra dark under eye circles, I will go in before foundation. Applicator to this concealer is always blows my mind. It's always so nice. It's nice and cooling because of the little metal tip, and for whatever reason I don't find that I use this concealer nearly as often as I should. All right, so concealer is done, and I actually hopped off of camera to do my brows. I cannot believe I had forgotten to do my brows before I started filming, but you guys, it's like 5 something in the morning and I am not fully awake yet. So they look a little scary right now. It's because I put the Patrick Ta Major Brow and kind of stood them up a little bit. Once they set a little bit more, I'll come back in and just kind of pencil in a little bit and fluff them out. So it looks scary only for the moment. So let's go ahead and go in with foundation. This is the Rare Beauty foundation. You guys know I've been telling you that I've been using this pretty much nonstop since I picked it up. I love this foundation so much. I wish it was a hint lighter. It's crazy because the light neutral is way too light for me. I look like a ghost. And then this one is almost like just a hint too deep. I make it work, but it's just a hint. And this is the light medium neutral. So it's 210N, but give it a good shake. But it's just, I don't know, it reminds me of the Huda foundation that was also slightly deep, but still looked really nice. So, and then, like I said, because I already put that Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, I'm literally going in with very minimal product because I don't want it to look cakey. So just going in literally with that, and this will cover my entire face. And then I will add a little to my neck because, like I said, with it being slightly dark, I feel like you can tell the color difference when you look at my neck. Then what I do is I literally just dot 1 and 1, and I know that sounds like really weird. Well, maybe it sounds weird if you don't use foundation on your neck, which I typically don't. But like I said, with this foundation, I kind of need to, because if not, you can really tell the difference between my face and my neck, and I don't want that. So I also have to tell you, this brush that I bought during my last Sephora haul, the Rare Beauty foundation brush, I highly, highly recommend if you're in the market for a good foundation brush. It is probably the only foundation brush I will ever use from here on out. I am taking the slightest bit of powder. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and I'm going to put just a little bit under my eyes just because that is a thicker concealer and I don't want it to crease on me. But aside from that, when I wear this foundation, I really don't powder my face. I don't find a need to. So literally just going in with the slightest amount, and I do take it down because right here, I typically get like, not with just with this foundation, pretty much with any foundation, I usually get a little bit crusty there, a little bit of separation, but there we go. Easy peasy. And like I said, let's do just a tiny bit right here, and then a littlest bit right here. That's it. I don't want to overdo it, like I said, because I don't want it to look cakey and I don't want it to look dry. That's one of the beauties of this foundation. It's a serum-like foundation, so it gives you that pretty natural, almost glowy type of look, and I don't want to take away from that. So that is that. Okay, so for right now, let's go into eyes for a little bit, which is the most exciting part. And then we'll come back and do blush and highlight. I think I've been opting out of bronzer for the past few days. Again, because of this foundation, if I add too much bronzer, it ends up looking so deep compared to the rest of me. But so for today, if you're wondering why I didn't do bronzer, that is the reason. So just going to, I have not used this primer for my all over in a little while. I usually go in with the P. Louise, but this palette, I'm gonna use it the way it's intended. I mean, obviously just for this one time as I try them out, and then next time I'm gonna go back to just using it as a regular palette. But I'll show you what I mean in case you have not used her eyeshadows. I'll show you what I mean here in a sec. I am waiting for that primer to set just a little bit, and I want to give this palette a fair, you know, advantage, because this primer it's very, very tacky. So if you go in right away, as far as like having just placed it down, it's so tacky that your eyeshadows, as soon as you place them, it's going to be incredibly hard to blend out and you'll end up with kind of a splotchy mess. And so I have very much learned to let it set just for a bit. So in the meantime, I'll just finish out my brows. So brows are done. Now we're gonna go into the palette. And let me show you what I mean by the little method. So there is you're not gonna be able to see that. There is a sleeve, let's do this. There's a sleeve, do you see the numbers that it tells you? 1, 2, 3. So this is broken up into sets of 4 different color schemes. You can mix and match, but this is just basically making it easy for you. So it's basically 1, 2, 3, with 1 being your prime. So and I haven't watched any tutorials on this, guys, so I'm sorry. I am totally a newbie at Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows, and I'm not afraid to say so. So the number 1 is your prime. So basically you lay that all down on your lid, and then 2 is your enhance, which you can kind of deepen up a little bit, and then your 3 is your smoke. So I am more than certain there is a specific way to use, or specific area to use, numbers 1, 2, and 3. I didn't even look because I'm not really trying to mimic that exactly. I kind of want to do what I want to do. I'm still going to use a set of 1, 2, 3 though. And it's going to be the pink one, which is Love Glow. Also, just to show you, it is broken out into 4 different, so Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, and Seduce Glow. So it makes it kind of easy for you if you are on the go, if you're trying to take the decisioning out of it, whatever the case may be. This isn't a review, but in case you're wondering, it has an 18-month shelf life, and it is made in Italy, which I think a ton of her stuff, if not all of her stuff, is. And so and this was $75. I did have a 10% off coupon code, like for being a new customer on the Charlotte Tilbury website. However, as of yesterday, which by the time this video goes up, it'll probably be 2 days later, it is already on the Sephora website, including all her other holiday goodies, which I've got my eye on a couple. So let's go ahead and place this all over the lid. I feel like I need the little plastic sleeve to remind me. Okay, so number 1 is, do I want to do the pink or do I want to do the purple? I feel like I want to do the purple. I'm actually going to go with the 3rd set, which is Dream Glow. Right? Do I? Yeah. I've been doing a lot of reds lately, so let's just go ahead and let's move it on. So I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared to do this. I had already had my eye on this, and then I watched Morgan Turner's wedding video, or her wedding makeup, and when I saw how easy they were to use and apply, I was kind of sold. And I am one that is a firm believer in using like metallic and shiny shades in your crease. Like, I don't think it always has to be just a matte. And when she kind of proved that, I was like, I need one of these palettes. I'm just gonna tell you straight off the bat, I am getting that feeling of ultimate makeup excitement, which is so cheesy. But this is going on so beautifully. This literally is looking like a one and done type of shade, like the kind where you sweep one on and you are out the door. This is looking exactly like this. It's got a very, I hope you can see this, it's got like a pinky type of shift, and it's got a beautiful wet looking finish. And it looks quite white in the pan. I did not expect that, to say the least. And like I said, I know this isn't a review. I'm not here to give you swatches or anything like that, but let me swatch this on the back of my hand for you though, because this is not what I expected. It's got like a gold type of pink hue, and the finish is amazing. And I'm just going to tell you that the Pillow Talk palette has been on my loves list for a while. Sale's coming up in November, you guys. Holy cow, this is incredible. Like, I don't even know what to say to this. This is not the very first experience I had with Pat McGrath shadows. With Pat McGrath, it was not like love at first sight type of thing or love at first use. Like, it took me a few good uses, when I say a few, quite a few, to really fall in love with the brand. And even to this day, I'm not a fan of her mattes, but I do love her super standout shades. But it was definitely not like this, where I'm just like so amazed by how this performs and how much I love the finish that I literally want to go buy her Pillow Talk palette. So this is incredible. For a first-time Charlotte Tilbury shadow user, I am super excited, very over the moon. So if you have not used Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows and you've been kind of on the fence wanting to dip your toe, I hate to tell you that I think you may have to. This is really, really nice. Okay, so then the Enhance, I don't know exactly what that means. I feel so dumb. Okay, so I know the purple is the purple shade is the Smoke, so that's what I'm gonna put on the outer portion. I think what I'm gonna do for the Enhance is kind of put it in the middle. Whatever, I am. So I'm gonna go in with that middle shade right here. Ooh, did not mean to blind you. And they feel, what? They feel so creamy. Oh my gosh. I hardly even put my finger in there. I've been trying to be really careful. I'm not usually rough with my eyeshadows anyways, but I've been trying to be careful only because they're small pans of product, quite frankly, and that's okay by me. I just don't want to, I don't want to go through a whole pan in one sitting. So let's just place this on the eye. Enhance. Holy cow. No, you guys, like, this is, those of you who have been using Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows forever are probably laughing at me right now, because you're like, it took you this long to get on this bandwagon. Yes, it did, but better late than never, and I'm so glad that I did. This is so pretty. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go in with the last one. You literally could use a set of 3 of each of these, each set of 3, whatever, and make a look so pretty, yet it take you so little time. I'm gonna go in with the purple now. My goodness, these are so pigmented, you hardly need to pick up any. Wow. Oh, my word. No. I feel like I'm done. I'm done. I always feel like I can get a V so perfectly on this eye and this eye a muddy mess. It's kind of like the brows. You never have two of the same, and I feel like it's the same thing with your eyes as well. There's one that always wants to go a little more rogue than the other. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and that's pretty much done. It kind of like literally just blends itself. This is crazy. I'm super just speechless right now. So I'm just gonna grab that same purple and put it on the lower lash line. What's crazy to me is that these are like metallic type of shades. I mean, I don't know if she calls them metallics, but anyways, but they are so pigmented because typically metallics don't have this much pigment upon a very light touch and then putting it on the eye. You have to build 2 or 3 times, and this, it's like these were made for anywhere on the eye with a ton of pigment. All right, so I'm gonna, that same brush, I'm just wiping it down. I am going to have a paper towel here somewhere. I'm gonna go in, I think with that middle shade, and you know what? I feel like I want to put a little bit of that first shade before I dirty my brush with the deeper one. Put it right here on the inner corner. Now, these shades, for reference, I went in with my finger. These shades may not be, you know, they may be made more for a brush. I don't know what that's going to mean for hard pan. Just know that. I mean, it's hard to tell. It looks like mine kind of might start developing that, but I did stick my finger in there. And I don't know, maybe that's not the case. Maybe they're made for either or, but just know I'm not shy. I do grab a ton of shadows with my finger. Wow. I don't even know what to say to this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara and lashes on off camera. I probably will only do mascara today because I'm running a little short on time. I need to get to work. And so I'm gonna go ahead and probably do just liner and mascara. Plus I'm missing a lash. I took out a set, and you know how sometimes one of them will get stuck like on a sleeve or something? Who knows where it went? So for sake of time, I will probably only do liner and lashes, but I'll be right back. So the last thing I wanna do for the eyes, I mean, that was the easiest eye look I think ever. I am in such disbelief right now at the seriously, I know it's so cheesy, but you know that excitement you get where you're like, this is the best thing ever, especially as it relates to makeup. I am feeling that right now. So truly, if you are like me in your preference of eyeshadows, trust me when I say, and if you have not used a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette before, let this be your first. I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna add a little more of that very first shade right here because it's looking a little, there we go, unblended. And I don't like that. It's looking like I literally just plopped them down and they need a little bit of help just kind of merging into one another. Okay, so that's that. My eyes are done. I did not use falsies like I said because I just don't have time to break out another pack, cut them down, all of that, which I am needing to replenish falsies. I had so many and now I'm down to a few. So like I said, no bronzer today. Let's go in with a little bit of blush and highlight. So I'm gonna use this old school NARS palette. I say old school, it's like a year old. It's the Exposed palette. And I think I'm gonna go in with the deepest pink shade, which is called New Fling. And an It Cosmetics blush brush. This was from a couple years ago. It was from a holiday set. I know sometimes I get asked when I use this brush what brush it is. They have the best brushes. They haven't come out with a good set in a year or two. So I hope this is the year that they come out with something good as far as their brushes go. I'm going to go in with a KKW highlight. This is the one called Tempting. It was a little set that when she first launched her brand at Ulta. That's what she came out with. So this is an Anastasia A23. It is my favorite brush for highlighting. I do vary it up just because I don't want to wear this one out. I mean, big deal. I guess just buy another one, right? But it's so good. For lips, I debated whether to do like a baby pink or a nude. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a nude. This is the Sugar Cookie Melted Matte by Too Faced. It is in their current little Melted Matte Holiday Lippy set. We use a KKW lip liner in Nude 1, and then Patrick Ta lip gloss over top in the shade She's Expensive. Or as Kathleen Lights would say, she's expensive. So let's place this real quick. Okay, friends, so this is the finished look. I couldn't be happier. I'm like over the moon. I feel like I am just beating that topic to a pulp because I'm floored, quite frankly. My first experience with Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows has been a most incredible one. I could not have imagined this to go any better. And in fact, I hoped I was gonna like it. Like I said at the beginning, hoped I wouldn't because of the price tag. I never in a million years thought I would be this over the moon, like that I would get this much makeup excitement over this palette or over a palette in general. I don't think I have ever been this crazy about an eyeshadow palette at the very get-go. Yes, I have been super ecstatic about some, but the level of excitement that I'm feeling right now for the eyeshadow palette is beyond what I can say. The finishes are amazing. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 mattes in this eyeshadow palette. So for my ladies who dislike when there's minimal mattes, there's 3 mattes. But like I said, I think that a lot of her intent, I could be wrong, with these type of palettes is to incorporate those types of shades, like the satiny metallic type of shades, into your crease as an overall look, that kind of thing. And her finish is absolutely beautiful. I am gonna go out on a limb and say this might be my very favorite eyeshadow palette out of everything in my collection, which blows my mind. I've not even used all of these shades, and I am so over the moon for this that it is well worth the price tag. It's on Sephora's site now, or wait until the sale comes in November. Get 15 bucks knocked off. There's a reason it's luxury, and I completely understand that. So here we go. This is it. Thank you guys for joining me today on this kind of old school get ready with me, kind of out of the norm for me, but I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please let me know in the comment section below. It helps me know what types of videos you guys want to see. I assume that it's really just product videos because those are what do the best. However, if this does interest you, if you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. And that really does not only help my channel, but it helps me know that you want to see more of this type of video. All right, guys, thank you again for watching. Before I let you go, got to give you a quick verse of the day. Today's comes from Psalm 16:2, and it says, I said to the Lord, you are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing. I've told y'all before, I cannot have a makeup channel without keeping Christ in it because he means more to me really than anything. And without him, there is no makeup channel. So truly for me, apart from him, there is no good thing. And I hope the same for you. My friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay well. I will see you in the very next video. There is more holiday coming your way. I'm almost getting a little exhausted. See you guys soon. Take care. Love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.